I'm gonna send you the article. Real teacher if you're humble. Just learn to follow. Put it up in the video. I'm gonna send you the article. And I don't have it. They more so in order, like going from the last bottom up. Fresh braids in my hair, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Home squad of real niggas, we some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Now nigga, we Christian, ain't shit sweet, you must have got confused. Got us confused, got us confused, got us confused, got us confused, got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian. Got us confused, like the brother niggas. We ain't the same, we some righteous ass, hardcore, rugged niggas. And it's a shame that you feel of pride. We don't affiliate with none of you clowns. Plus these heathens getting nullified. Hence is the life of a priest and a prophet. Fake niggas be cautious. Words flow, truth good like a faucet. The righteous stand bold, I'm in line form. Crying loud, voice cutting through the quiet storm. Like King Ty with the firebombs. It be smoke when we drop the cannons. No fire call. The home of the truth. We don't play around. Hide the women that are living when we take it ground. Living in hell will make the best of it. And endure through the rest of it to the end. And you ain't gotta listen if you choose. As long as you don't get us confused. We not Christians. Just the life of a priest that we go in the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my hair, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Home squad of real niggas, we some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, ain't shit sweet, you must have got us confused, 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 got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, got us confused. Just the life of a priest that we go on the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my hair, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the Jews. Hey, that's crazy. I didn't do that, bro. Wait a minute, showing up is yep. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian. God's confused. Alright, it's Real Shalom. This is Sharpen the Sword Radio. Y'all already know what it is. Another episode, man. Episode number 46 going down in this bitch. You know what I mean? And if I may, I'm the host, Captain the Goggle Boy, and I got my man on the ones and twos. You understand? Officer Cabal Qatar in this bitch. You feel me? And we're gonna turn around and get this show cracking in a second. But we are approaching our 1 year anniversary, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We done been rocking and rolling for about a year. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on one second. One second, let me do something real quick. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. I'm playing with my new toy. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it up. Let's get a little hand clap on that. You understand? 1 year anniversary, you feel me? It's going down. Give Commander Junior a hand, you know what I'm talking about? You the most high and our king, our shy hand in this bitch. You know what I mean? That's my new toy, y'all. Yeah. Hey, but it's gonna be going down, man. We might have to do a little something special on that day. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else has been falling apart, you know what I mean? Starting with that Christian church, you know, those people are nowhere to be found. You understand? The IHPK is still rocking and rolling and holding this truth down up under the general, man. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep doing our thing. We're gonna keep teaching this truth, holding it down, not scared of no vaccines, no shots, no pills, no medicine, nothing else. You understand? But we're gonna sincerely hold this thing down for our King Yahweh, man. Um, and you know, just keep doing what we do. Okay? Everybody else is paranoid, terrified. We're gonna keep right along moving. Okay? Commander Junior Hanna has been consistently feeding the people here and all over the country. You understand? Since the pandemic, he ain't stopped. He ain't called us and told us to stop. We got to order to see. That's the difference between us and the truth out and the Negroes outside the truth. There is no order. You understand? There is no order. Okay? There is no order amongst them cats. When you get an order, that order got to get filled. It ain't no, take your time and do it. If you can't do it, leave it alone. You understand? Ain't no such thing as not completing an order. Okay? Orders go out to get filled. All right? And that's what we do. Okay? And the general, I didn't have to ask him, do you want me to keep the food program going, General? Like you, sir. You want me to keep up feeding the people and stuff? Nah. The churches said, man, it's a pandemic. Close the door. Run for your life. You understand? And they stopped feeding the people that needed them the most, man. Right. You understand? That's what they did in that church. Okay? But not in this school. All right? So it is what it is. But we're gonna show you, man, that Martin Luther King was a straight BICTH, remember? And in that order, okay? In that order, man, Martin Luther King was a sissy, he was a coward compared to Ghandi. I'm gonna use Ghandi, you understand, in this incident, okay? In this context and in this example here, we're gonna show you how Martin Luther King Jr. was a coward, was a straight biatch compared to Ghandi, man. How you pronounce his name? Mahatma Ghandi. You understand? Martin Luther King, he didn't study him totally. You understand? He did not study Mahatma Ghandi totally. What he did was he went and studied one of Mahatma Gandhi's standpoints and his movements, which was the nonviolent movement. You understand? But Mahatma Gandhi was not as big of a sissy as Martin Luther King Jr. was. You understand? And we got a couple of videos. We got a couple of articles. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show you just how disgusting this guy, Martin Luther King Jr. was, man. All right, 1 second. Hold on, bear with me, y'all. Okay, hold on 1 second. I think this is the one that had the video on it. Yep, I think this is it right here. See if we can get that video up. Okay, here we go. Video says, did Martin Luther King's dream come true? And the answer to that is hell no. What did my man say on Don't Drink Your Juice in the Hood? He said, wake up, son. Dreams are for suckers. You understand? Nigga, don't wake up and chase no goddamn dream. I hope it come true. You understand? And then when your reality is the exact opposite of your dream, come on, man. You understand? But let's play this quick little video. I think it's about 4 or 5 minutes. Then we're going to come with a couple of scriptures. All right, 1 second. Come on.
And tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be
Oh, come on, man.
that all men are created equal. I have a dream.
Hold on 1 second. This buffer. God damn it. Let's try it again.
I still have a
See if we
dream.
can get this thing to play right. Salaki, hold on 1 second. All right, let's try it
Even
now.
though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow,
Okay, hold on, because I want this thing to play instead of buffering on me. 1 minute. Give me a second. Man, don't you hate that? The little faded line in the back. The one that's solid catch up to the little faded one real quick and slow it down. I hate that. Give it a second, man. While we waiting on that to turn around and load 1 second. All right, there we go. We're gonna get these videos out. All right, we're gonna show you this hypocrite that everybody is going to turn around and celebrate. They still ride around with the lights on, huh? Do they still ride around with their lights on? I don't know if that was a St. Louis thing or a thing all over, but I know in St. Louis they would take everybody would ride around with their lights on, and then when you cross other people that celebrate MLK Day, you blow your horn, and people just blowing horns everywhere all damn day, up and down the street. You never see that? You know? Damn. Okay. Like I said, maybe it's just a St. Louis thing, or maybe they just don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But let's go ahead and play it. Let's see if we can get the thing to play all the way through. Like I said, just a short little video. Let's go.
so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a
Did you get up?
dream.
Did you take?
It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners, will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood? I have a dream.
What?
My
Who
little children
put up the one all the way
one day live in a
at
nation
the bottom.
where
We'll
they
read
will
it a
not be
bit now.
judged by the color of their skin, but by the
the
content of their character.
so we're gonna go with a couple pictures too.
One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together.
Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired.
Let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring. When we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city,
This has nothing to do with race. I never said anything about race.
we will be able to speed up that day when all of us children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual.
No, this country stands for freedom, liberty, justice for all. And it's not happening for all right now.
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. It's about to put it up. Wait a minute. Let me stop it. Hold on.
Did you know that you may qualify to get a new
Okay. Now, as you can see, they even added little clips into the video to show you that that dream of his was a goddamn nightmare. You know what I mean? And it did not come true. You know, it's a shame. Give me Zephaniah 2:1. Martin Luther King, right, claimed to have been a man of God, right? Everybody thought that this preacher was a man of God. They really thought that. And they really believed that the words that he spoke came from the Lord, right? He said he been to the mountaintop. They think that he actually went to the mountaintop. They said the Lord said that one day we're going to be free like this and have all sit at the table of brotherhood. That's what he said. He talking about with white people up. He talking about black people sitting at the table of brotherhood with white people. Who was that? Was it Andrew Jackson? It was a Mason. One of them. It was one of the head Masons, white man, that said that if being in the brotherhood meant being together with blacks, he said, I'll leave the brotherhood. Who was that? Look that quote up for me real quick. I can't remember who said that, but it was somebody that put that quote out there. And they said that if they got to be joined together with a Negro, they'll leave the Masonhood. You understand? That's why the Masons, they got the white version, you know what I'm saying? And they got the black version. Notice something, nobody wants to join with you. Okay? They got the black church, they got the white church. They got the black Muslims, and they got the Arab Muslims. You understand? The Arab Muslims sell oil and stuff like that. They don't even sell you the good potent or that good oil that lasts. You understand? They give you the diluted stuff. You understand? They overcharge you and scale back on the product. Same way that they do in the store. They do the same thing in the store. They turn around and the price of something will be $1.49. They'll take it up to $1.79. You know what I'm saying? $1.89. Add their own damn price. So why? Because they in the hood selling all of their goods and everything to us. Okay? And nobody joins together with Africans. They claim that it is a big lie in the earth that we are Africans, right? That black people are Africans. And guess what? The Africans ain't even joining together with us. You understand? Ain't no African out in the protest, you know, putting on his best set of tennis shoes, walking around with a Black Lives Matter shirt, talking about hands up, don't shoot. I have not seen one African in no protest. None. You got?
Salakia, they don't wear tennis shoes, they just wear those sandals.
They did what?
I said they don't wear tennis shoes, they just wear them sandals.
They wear sandals. Okay. Oh, and then they got them old crusty ass feet. You understand? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you sure right. They do wear the hell out them damn sandals, man, and them dress shoes. You know what I'm saying? They wear sandals and them goddamn funny looking dress shoes they be wearing. They corny as hell. But anyway, like I said, the Africans ain't even joining together with you. The Chinese ain't even joining together with you. You buy all the rice, all the wings out the Chinese place, and they ain't joining together with you. You understand? One gave two sisters a job, and then he got rid of them and got two white girls. Right here on, what's that, Dr. King? Dr. King, I believe that's the name of the China. Okay? Dr. King, Martin Luther King, he turned around once when he took a picture with Nelly, right? Nelly took a picture with this cat, and you know what I'm saying, hugged up. You understand? Holding his goddamn heathen like he was a brother, right? He turned around and he had hired two black women to help, you know, ring up in the restaurant. short while after that picture was taken, he fired them and had 2 white girls in there. And I believe the 2 white girls are probably still in there. You understand? They probably still in there working. But the point I'm making is nobody wants to join together with you for no reason. You understand? Dr. King just took that picture with Nelly to boost his business. That's it. That's all he cared about, man. You understand? They talk so slow and dumb, they can't even keep up with rap songs. You know what I'm saying? So I know that he don't know nothing about Nelly lyrics. He probably didn't even know who he was. Probably came in, oh, Nelly, boy. You understand? That's probably what he did. So who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? Can you try that quote?
I'm looking for it.
Okay, if you can't find it, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, so did you want that verse?
Hmm?
That verse. Zephaniah 2 and 1.
Okay, yeah, drop that.
Okay. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Okay, the scripture says to gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. There is only one nation on the planet that is not desired by all of the other nations of people. You understand? I just named a few. Okay, but that goes for all of them. The heathens do not care anything about you. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do to make the Chinaman join together with you. You understand? They've been out in our neighborhoods and having their businesses for years and have not hired one. I still ain't understand that, going to the Chinese place to go and get your product when they don't even want you there.
Yeah.
You understand? They won't even hire you, but they will harass the hell out of you when you walking around a store. That little scene on that movie, Hurry Up and Buy.
Okay.
Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. You understand? That's for real.
Yeah.
That's true. That's no game. We the biggest spenders in they goddamn of their establishment, and then they don't want us even in there. They want us to hurry up and buy, get the hell out of here. You understand? But then they said, give me money. You understand? They said that part too. Give me money. Give me that money and hurry up and buy and get the hell out of here. Okay? It's nothing that you're going to do, man. We done made them people rich beyond compare. Sidewalk, I'm going to have you read that article. We had, when I forgot how old I was, roughly about 18 or something like that. I was working for, Value City? A little flea market thing, a little resale shop down in South County, right? Down on, damn, what is that? Watson. Yeah, down Watson, right? I think Value City, something. I can't remember the name of it. But it was a resale shop, right? And I saw 2 Chinese people that were consistently coming to the store, man and a woman, right? And this was like routinely, man. It had to have been like twice a week. They was in the store buying, I'm talking about grabbing clothes, man. I'm talking about filling whole bucket. They just grabbing shit. You know what I mean? Whole baskets full. Now, even though, the jeans was $1, $2, $3, they had a good section, right? If you had some designer jeans, real clean, nice and stuff like that, they might be about $5, right? But then the other stuff was like $1, $2, $3. The shirts, you get a good polo shirt, and them are about $5, stuff like that. And I'm sure everybody pretty much know about a resale shop. But they turn around and they would have 2 and 3 baskets full at a time, right? And I asked them, I said, I asked one of my coworkers, right? I said, what is up with these Chinese people, man? What are they doing with all them goddamn clothes? And they said, oh, that's such and such. They knew my name, right? They said they own a Chinese, restaurant somewhere, and then they come here, buy all of them clothes, and send them back home to their people in their country. That's what they doing. You understand? They're coming back, a basket full of clothes, and damn, $45 filled, because some of them stuff 25 cents, 10 cents. You know what I mean? Baskets fill 2 or 3 baskets every time they come. And that's what they was doing routinely twice a week, every damn week. And these people hired no black person to work in their business. You understand? How you think they consistently sending home clothes and things to their people in their country? They can't hire you and give you no money. They don't want to hire you and give you no goddamn money. They want to take care of their own. And the Lord said in Zephaniah 2:1, He said, to gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. And that nation is the nation of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? The Nakers. The goddamn Spics and the Wetbacks. You understand? And the, what is they called, the natives? The Chiefs and Tontos and all of that. You understand?
Redskins.
Huh?
Redskins.
The who? Redskins. Yeah, the Redskins. You understand? Them the ones, that's the nation that's not desired by anybody on this planet. And that's why the Lord is called for us to come together. It only makes sense. You understand? It makes a lot of sense. You know? But due to Christianity, due to Martin Luther King and his goddamn dream, we the last somebody that want to come together with each other. We don't want to come together with each other at all.
Right.
That dream of his was a nightmare, man. That stuff destroyed black people, man. Go ahead.
Salaki, the quote you were looking for was from Albert Pike.
Go ahead. That's it.
Yeah.
Here too.
Let's see where Pike is quoted as saying, I took my obligation to white men, not to Negroes.
You said he did what?
I took my obligation to white men, not to Negroes.
He said what?
I took my obligation to white men, not to Negroes.
Man, he said, I took my obligation to white men, not no goddamn Negroes. Keep on.
When I have to accept Negroes as brothers or leave Masonry, I shall leave it.
He said, if I got to turn around and accept a Negro as a goddamn brother, I'll leave the brothers. I'll leave the Masons, man.
Yeah.
You hear me? That's how all of them feel.
Yeah.
All white people feel like that.
Yeah.
But Martin Luther King, this idiot, said he see one day. Now, how the hell he didn't see this right here?
Yeah.
How the hell? This was during his time when this was said, wasn't it?
No.
When was this said right here?
Pike lived. Let's see. Let me check the quote. Pike lived until 1891.
1891. Okay, it was before his time,
yeah,
right?
Salaki.
Something that was passed forward to his time.
Yeah, Salaki.
Go ahead.
Albert Pike is, for people who don't know, is the most preeminent American Mason in the history of Masonry.
Absolutely.
He redefined and reset up the Scottish Rite. He wrote a book called Morals and Dogma, which is basically the Masons' version of a Bible. Just in case, you might not necessarily know him, but as far as Masonry goes, he's like their Christ, basically. He, he's the reason that he made it more popular in America. Like basically he had ties with every Mason in anywhere near him. Like he was just the Mason, and he to this day still is. Like a lot of their things he still reads. I mean, they still read, so they follow his thought. They fall in line with him. How can two walk together unless they agree?
Right.
And they following this man.
Absolutely. You understand? He said he took his allegiance, his pledge, he's giving his love, his affection, his everything to white people, man, not no Negro. And they passed this on. You understand? It came forward. This was before Martin Luther King's time, but during Martin Luther King's time, black folks was getting treated the same way that this man felt. They would turn around. Martin Luther King had white people in his organization, if you didn't know. You understand? This wasn't an all-black event. You understand? This wasn't an all-black organization. Martin Luther King had white people. And he would do this. He would send some black folks into, an apartment complex or a mortgage company and this and that and say, hey, I want to buy a home. They would turn around and tell the black people, you know what? I'm sorry to tell you, but we're all out of houses. You understand? All of our units have been rented. I'm sorry, you came a day too late. And then they send the white people in there, and it's, oh, have a seat. Sure, we got plenty. Would you like to take a tour right now? We have a lovely home, just like what you said you want. I'm sure it'll fit you and your family, right? But they just told the Negro that they ain't had nothing for them.
Uh-huh.
You understand? They ain't had nothing for them. But then the white, you know what I'm saying, colleagues and co-workers, and you know what I'm saying, of Martin Luther King, went right in there and got treated. Why? Because guess what? They feel the same way Albert Pike did.
Uh-huh.
It's still going on to this day. To this day, black folks are getting rejected out of stores, getting walked around as if we're the goddamn criminals. You understand? Black folks, I'm not saying to go steal nothing, but black folks in their mind, you have no other way of obtaining food and clothing for yourself, so you feel like you had to steal. You understand? White folks wasn't put in that position. White people just went around and stole whatever the hell they wanted. You understand? Nobody was oppressing them. Nobody was standing over them with a goddamn ruler smacking their hand every time they tried to pick up something. Nobody was standing over them whipping their back every time they didn't pick up, you know, enough cotton. You understand? Or they wasn't working hard enough or fast enough. Nobody did them that way, and they just went around and just stole every goddamn thing. You understand? But they look at you when you come in their establishments as if something's wrong with you. When we should be looking at them like that. We should go in their business like, you know what? Man, ain't it another chicken joint down the street? You know what I'm saying? Let's try somewhere else. You know, like Eddie Murphy and Martin King did. I mean, Martin Lawrence did. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence did on Life. They went in there to start. They get them looking dirty, look small, and white folks. The white woman, like the people sitting in there looking like. These niggas had the nerve to come in here.
Good.
These niggas in here for real. And then they go in there, Martin being all silly and goofy, Eddie being all slick. You know, oh, excuse me, man. But we would like some of those pies. You know what I'm saying? We would like some pie. That ain't got no pie. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no nigga pie over here. You know what I'm saying? So then this white only pie. And he said Eddie Murphy trying to be slick. You know, no, Martin big is more. See, Martin had more so. You know, both of them had Martin Luther King on the brain. You understand? Either way, him being goofy and dumb, and him turning around being slick. You know, the thing was to force yourself on someone that don't even want you.
Right.
And here it is. Eddie like, man, look, we're hungry. We've been traveling. Can you give us some pie? How much for the pie? You know, and hold on. Let me do this out. Come here. How much, you know, to put out the money, how much to turn them white only pies into nigga pies? He said, how about I turn y'all into nigga pies? And then it's, okay, I mean, 35 miles down the road. You understand? That's what the next restaurant or gas station is. You might get you something to eat down there. But you ain't getting nothing up in here. And Martin Luther King felt it was a good idea for us to leave our businesses that was right across the street from the white business to go force yourself to go eat in their establishment. When we had one across the street that had better service, better smiles on their face, goddamn eat better food, all of that, man. And we'd have been good right there in our own businesses, our own establishment, not trying to force our way into theirs.
Right.
That was one of the dumbest ideas he could have ever thought of. And now look at us now. Look at us now. We wonder why we're 52% unemployed. If we would have never gave up our businesses, man, them numbers would not be in effect. We would have our own. We could hire our own people. We could do what we wanted to do with our businesses. Not turn around and have to beg. Like her in this society now, especially with college even, the thing is to go to school, get your education, you understand, learn the golden rule, get a degree, and go to work. You understand? Slave mentality. Nobody, hardly nobody, you understand, even the ones, people that have the money, has not one idea of, you know what, I'm going to go get this degree, and we're going to build up our own industry. We're gonna get our own warehouses. We're going to make our own restaurants. You understand? We're going to do our own thing. That's not what they do. They go with such good slaves. That's in the Bible, too. Give me that homeborn slave guy. You understand? Black people, man, we are their greatest goddamn slave. And do you think that they are ever going to let you go? Do you think that it is on their mind for them to say, you know what, man, these people, man, they've been through a lot. You know, I think we should let them go. You know what I mean? Not even. That's not a thought of his. He's not even thinking of letting you go. Okay? He's thinking about oppressing you more because he already got you where he wants you. He got you right in the palm of his goddamn hand, doing whatever the hell he wants. And his thought for you and your life ain't to let you free. You got to go ahead, read it for me.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant?
Is Israel a servant? Well, guess what? The other nations of people are supposed to be serving Israel. Keep going.
Is he a homeborn slave? Is he a homeborn slave?
Is he a homeborn slave? Yes. You understand? The mentality has been passed along. So that we wouldn't die, do what the hell he say. In the movie, I love pointing this out, man, every time they come up. The movie The Butler, right? In the beginning, the son and the father, and you know, everybody else was in the field, right? And the white man come along, this nasty bastard, is ready to rape somebody. And he's picking through the slaves, which one he's going to rape today. I'm sure he raped them all, right? But he's, which one am I going to rape today? You know, he does that in the army. You understand? You in his military, his police force, he rapes whoever he wants to. And it's so disgusting that black people still on the force. They still police officers. They still is damn soldiers and veterans and in the military and in the Air Force and the Marines. They still over there. Knowing that he did all this in the past and then knowing that he's still doing it today. So he turned around and said, okay, I got me one. Bang, pick the dragging off, right? Turned around and the son was about to say something. He trying to help his mom. He like, Mom, like, you know what I'm saying? The father grabbed him, hold him, and put him in his face and said, son, this is world. You just live in it. You know what I mean? And that right there, man, that mentality was passed down from the slave. You understand? He asked his dad, you ain't gonna do nothing? Like, you just gonna let him rape my mom, your wife? You know what I'm saying? And he just, son, this is his world. You just live in it. And like I said, that mentality has been passed down to where we're doing the same old thing. We're passing down the same old mentality. Commander General Hunter brought it out on one of his shows, to where he said that the preachers is teaching and the parents is listening to the preachers teaching the children, just do what the police say. Just put your hands up. Just, pull over. Just follow the instructions of the police. You got us on camera following the officer's goddamn instructions and we still get shot. Matter of fact, you haven't even done anything. You haven't even committed a crime and you're on video getting your brains blown out. So I mean, what's going to work? You understand? What's going to work? You're not even a criminal. You're not even a criminal. There was a couple, this was during the start of the pandemic, man. It was a woman and a husband. It was the sister, well, she was some younger sisters outside fighting, right? And the older woman and her husband went out there to hear the commotion. What's going on? I believe this happened back in maybe like May or June. And she said, what's going on? And she saw the youngsters out there fighting for whatever the reason was. And she decided to break it up. She's out there breaking the girls up, teenagers. She's breaking up the fight. Come on, y'all, stop fighting. You know what I'm saying? The police get called to the scene of the fight. The police jumped out and jumped on the woman breaking up the fight. Beating her all in her goddamn face. You understand? Because she's breaking up a fight. I know you ain't confusing that for no goddamn scuffle. You know what I mean? To where you think, you know hands, you know blows, right? You know anger and frustration, you know enemy on enemy, you see it going, right? But then this woman is separating these girls, trying to break them up. And the police immediately ran to her and started beating her in her goddamn face. Go ahead.
Lucky, that's how Eric Garner got killed.
That's exactly how you
Like they keep bringing up that loose cigarettes thing. The loose cigarettes thing was a completely separate event at a different time.
Yeah, different time. Exactly.
What he was doing when the cops went to put him in a stranglehold and choked him to death was breaking up a fight between two other men.
Right.
He wasn't the one fighting. He was the one stopping the fight.
Right. Exactly. He was doing his job as a good brother.
Right.
He turned around and said, "No, man, come on, y'all. Don't kill each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't hurt each other. Break it up." That's what he was doing. And that's what this older woman was doing, was she was looking out for those young girls. Like, "No, come on, y'all. Don't fight each other. Break this up." And the cop, no way to confuse it. You understand? You didn't confuse her breaking up the fight, you understand, for being one of the people in the fight. And then, here's the thing. That's no reason for you to jump out your vehicle and beat the hell out of somebody because they're fighting. You get called to turn around and stop it, not be one of the goddamn agitators. He was the main agitator in the fight. Go ahead, huh?
It's lucky, but that's what the police. See, here's the thing. They do that because they want to send a message.
Yeah.
Let them fight. Don't try to bring peace in your community. Don't try to stop this without getting somebody sent to jail. Don't try to, figure this out amongst yourselves. No. First, we must be involved. And second, if there's a fight, let them hurt each other as much as possible before we get there.
Absolutely. You damn right, huh? You know what I'm saying? That's absolutely true. That's what they do. That's like, I remember right up the street where one of my houses was at, sister, older sister, called the police. And she was telling me about, all the stuff going on in her and how she, I tried to call the police to help fix it, and they told me this was her word. Okay? Sister said that the police told her that if nobody is laying on the ground, shot, damn near dead, don't call us. That's what they said. So you are absolutely correct. Huh? Their goal is not to come and fix the situation. They don't want to kill each other before they get there. They just want to come to a crime scene and do as less work as possible. Investigate and say, "Oh, okay, here's a shell. There's a shell. Got one victim here, one there." And then, hey, look like they killed each other. Bam, report done. That's what they want to come to. You understand? They don't want to fix your problem. You understand? And if they do, they're going to make it worse. You understand? They turn around and jump on the goddamn sister. You know what I'm saying? Jump on the sister. So is Judah a homo slave? Yeah. All day long. Look at our mentality. Go ahead with that article. Give me that article real quick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull a couple of scriptures on MLK too. What he said.
Federal Bureau. Okay. Federal Bureau of Investigation. The U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation began monitoring Martin Luther King Jr. in December 1955 during his involvement with the Montgomery bus boycott, and engaged in covert operations against him through the 60s. FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover was personally hostile towards King, believing that the civil rights leader was influenced by communists. This animosity
He was what?
influenced by communists.
By communists, right? They thinking that the Russians had put MLK up to doing what he was doing. Okay, that's what he said, but he already knew that it was his people, it was his people that put MLK up to doing what he did. You understand? Go ahead.
Okay. This animosity increased after April 1964, when King called the FBI, quote, completely ineffectual in resolving the continued mayhem and brutality inflicted upon the Negro in the Deep South, end quote. King, the 23rd of April 1964. Under the FBI's domestic counterintelligence program, aka COINTELPRO.
Right.
King was subjected to various kinds of FBI surveillance that produced alleged evidence of extramarital affairs, though no evidence of communist influence.
Okay, so there was no evidence of any communist influence at all. You understand?
Huh.
Because the communists didn't put him up to doing what he did. It was the white people, you understand, that did it. It was the ones that were surveying him, COINTELPRO.
Huh.
You understand? It was the government that put him up to doing what he was doing. He didn't have a dream and wake up and go to that church of his on Sunday and then teach the dream to the people. You understand? He was put there to do that by the government. Okay? And the government put him up to do like what they do with all them preachers. You know what I'm saying? They do, all the preachers is in on it. Because guess what? It's big money in it. The pastor get a little check from the government, and he turn around and get all the money out the damn church. And molest all the children, and do all the drugs, and drink all the alcohol, and celebrate all the holidays, and sleep with everybody's woman, and do whatever else they feel like doing in their church. And guess what? They got the government backing them. You can be just as sick and as evil as you want to be, and nobody says a thing. You can keep preaching. You can keep preaching. That's something else, man, that gets to me most of the time when I hear people run their mouth about Commander General Yohana and him being paid by the government to do what he's doing, especially over this vaccine nonsense. You understand? A completely righteous man that is not sleeping with other men's wives and don't condone it, don't teach it and is totally against it, does not molest children, don't teach it and is totally against it, don't celebrate no holidays, you understand? Don't teach it, totally against it, don't do no drugs of no sort, don't sell it, ain't pushing it, you understand? Don't teach it of no sort, but then you got something negative to say about him. You got something to say about him. You want to put him in the boat with your preach when they don't fit. You understand? They don't fit. Commander General Yohana is in the truth. Your preacher is not. Simple as that. But that just gets me how, you understand, all these preachers, even fake Israelites is in tune with this now. You understand? They notice that, guess what? They can get paid. So they turn around, instead of them coming to the truth and fixing their people, they ran to the oppressor just to get a check.
Right.
You understand? Instead, they should be in here serving the Lord. Us being together, you know what I'm saying, so that we could be okay, not just so your pockets could be fat. All right. Jump to the next part. We're gonna come back to that one. Give me the one with the woman where Martin Luther King watched this grave. This one here, man. Martin King did a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about. You understand? Martin King was the reason for hundreds, I want to say thousands of children being not molested, but being beat by the police, being locked up, having dogs sick on them. We got pictures. We got a book to where in this book where the one of Martin Luther King's preachers decided on, because the movement was losing momentum, right? It was losing momentum like crazy because nobody was truly with that non-violence. Black people was getting tired of getting beat upside the goddamn head. They was getting tired of getting dog sick. They was getting tired of that mess. So people stopped showing up to the marches. And so they turned around and thought that it was a good idea to say, you know what, let's put the children out there. That was the dumbest damn thing. Man, that right there, when I learned this coming into the truth, that made me lose all respect for that man. You understand? Because I thought that the guy had did something like everybody else in the world. Martin Luther King Day. Every time in school, that's all we wrote about, Martin Luther King. I remember one time when it was when I was almost out of school in high school, when I heard one thing about Malcolm X. You understand? And that was it. It was just one time. But it was Martin Luther King, and you had to write a speech about what Martin Luther King did, and he did this, and he was great for this and great for that, and nonviolence and all this and all that. You understand? But Martin Luther King did a horrible, horrible thing to our children back at that time, which was to put them on the front line of his march. They're beating grown men. They're sicking dogs on grown men and women, matter of fact. There's not even skip past the part about the sisters being out there. The sisters are supposed to be at home with the children. That's where they were supposed to be, not in the goddamn march. The men wasn't even supposed to be out there.
Right.
Our men wasn't supposed to be out there, man, getting the hell beat out. I ain't saying, be scared, because we ain't scared by a long shot. We get death threats. We get all kinds of. I remember one of my first camps out in Indianapolis. And boy took everything in me not to chase this devil down in his car. You hear me? Captain Fox had to hold me. You hear me? I'm telling you, somebody threw, I don't know what was in this cup, but I'm automatically thinking, if you throwing something that got some fluid, it's me. You understand? That's what I'm thinking. And man, I almost jumped off the podium. I ain't gonna lie, I almost lost my whole cool. Probably would have been in council and everything else after that. You hear me? And he was gonna go get him. But Captain Gafage, I guess he felt me. You hear me? And grabbed his goddamn brother and saved me. You hear me? From going to go beat the hell out of whoever just threw whatever they threw at us. You understand? That's what happened at camp. And guess where I was the next week? In Indianapolis at camp. You understand? So guess what? I ain't saying be scared. What I'm saying is that whole march and protest, that jump was wrong.
Right.
It was all wrong. They wasn't supposed to do it. They wasn't supposed to be out there. They wasn't supposed to be marching. They wasn't supposed to be begging and pleading with our oppressor not to kill us, man. You understand? But like I said, but MLK turned around and put youngsters out there, man. I forgot how young the youngest one was. It might have been about 10. I think it was about 10 years old. I think they ranged anywhere from either 8 to 10 or 10 to, I mean, not 8 to 10, it was either 8 or 10 to, I think, about 13 or 14. And, man, them kids got the business, man. They got beat. The police did them like they saw that they was doing their mothers and their fathers. That's what they did to the kids, man. They blowing the kid down with a hose, man. Y'all ain't number 60 pounds. You know what I mean? 70 pounds, man. And the white man got a whole hose to this kid's face. In the book that we got, it said that the goddamn flesh of the children was just, you could just see the dog, and he was ripping the flesh right up off of them, man. How could you do a child like that, man? How could you be such a coward and put a child out there and suffer such goddamn violence? But you such a non-violent person. And you're going to stick some children, you're going to give the okay and authorization to put a child out there on the front line. Man, please. You ever been to the past home? Oh my God. Ain't no child finna do nothing to nobody if you have to go down.
Right.
You understand? We got thousands of brothers ready to go to war, protecting all of the brothers, the sisters, and them babies at every event that we have. It'll never go down at one of our events. What they like to say, not over my dead body. You hear me? You ain't gonna get this one over on my dead body. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. But Martin Luther King did that and some more things, okay? Go ahead, give me a finish reading out. Read it more.
Cut on the start the new cut
in the independent.
Cut it. Martin Luther King Jr. quote watched and laughed end quote as woman raped. It's like as woman was raped. Secret FBI recordings allege. Okay. The FBI attempt to discredit Martin Luther King Jr. New details of which are only just emerging some 55 years later. Was a mammoth operation involving undercover informants, wiretap phones, and bugged hotel rooms. J. Edgar Hoover, the Bureau's notorious director, believed the material gathered by his agents in the 60s exposed the civil rights leader as a, quote, notorious liar and, quote, one of the lowest characters in the country.
Look at the liar calling somebody. He got the nerve to call somebody else a liar. You know what I mean? they the devil. The word devil means liar. You understand? And deceiver. And they turned around and he had the nerve to talk about King. And you know, they had a field day exposing this. Go ahead, I'll keep reading.
It included a tape which, according to an FBI summary, recorded King laughing and offering, quote, advice, end quote, as a fellow Baptist minister forcibly raped a woman just a few minutes walk from the White House in Washington, D.C. But despite their attempts to spread King's story, the story of King's, quote, sex orgies and 40-plus extramarital affairs, the story never appeared in the media.
Mm-hmm. The white man kept that out of the media.
Yeah.
They wanted their plan to go the way they wanted it to go. They couldn't put him out there like that right then and there. You understand? They needed all the people first. Okay? That's what the goal was. He had to turn around, and he already was willing to give them all of us. You understand? In exchange for all them 40 extramarital affairs he had with them white girls. You understand? Doing drugs and hotel prostitutes. You understand? One prostitute said that she signed up with Martin Luther King and did a threesome. She said that was the worst threesome that she ever had in her life. She said it was terrible. You understand? What commander do they call him? Orgy Mike. They call him Orgy Mike. You understand? Orgy Mike. He was having a bunch of them. The man was a nasty freak. You understand? And he loved white girls. He loved white girls. They convinced him. I forgot who it was, the brother's name that convinced him. One of his, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if they called him advisor, but somebody that was close to him working with him. When he was with them white girls in college, they told him, they said, this ain't gonna look good, man. You know what I'm saying, a black activist, civil rights activist, all this black power and this and that. This ain't gonna look right if you got a white woman. Especially at that time right there.
Right.
There was a whole bunch of brothers at that time dipping and dabbling with no white girl. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't happening. You know, it was a few here and there, but they kept that on the down low. Okay? But in Martin Luther King, that's when he went and got that black woman. But I forgot the chick's name, but he was with a white girl when he was in college. And that's when the advisor came to him and told him, man, you gotta do something different, man. This ain't no good look. That's when he went and found Coretta and married her and had children with her. You understand? But then was still sleeping with the nasty dogs at the same time. You understand? Coretta complained about her husband never being at home. They said that MLK Jr. used to be at home. I believe it was out of a month. They said it was like 10 hours. He said this man was at home 10 hours out of a month. Reason being, because he was out sleeping with white girls the whole damn time.
Right.
He wasn't out doing the work of the Lord. He wasn't doing what God told him to do. He was out chasing white girls. That's what he was doing. Coretta, she better be glad that she got what she got. You know what I'm saying? Had them children. Okay? Because that was it. After that was it. He was fulfilling his nasty fantasy and his lust with white girls. Yep. Give me a little more than that.
Okay.
Let me jump to the other one.
Quote, they tried, but the press would not touch it, end quote, said David Garrow, a Pulitzer Prize-winning historian who has dived into a recent release of files previously buried in the U.S. National Archive collection relating to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Quote, there is this sort of dual reality where across the government there are hundreds of people who know this exists, yet it is never publicly exposed. Mensagero told the Independent. At that time, there was an there was an ethic in the U.S. that prominent men's private affairs didn't qualify as news. That was what also protected JFK.
Mm-hmm.
He believes the FBI files show the intelligence operation targeting King was almost unparalleled, rivaled only by the surveillance of Elijah Muhammad, the leader of the Nation of Islam, and the U.S. Communist Party.
Okay. That's why they didn't want to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Because they thought it was nonsense. But it wasn't. It was actually accurate. Okay? Keep on.
However, most of it never saw the light of day. In the end, Hoover resorted to ordering an agent to send King the notorious suicide letter, which threatened to expose his, quote, filthy, abnormal behavior, end quote, and urged him to kill himself before Christmas.
Goddamn right. That's what they told King to do. And you know, he had all that. You understand? They sent him everything that they was doing. Okay? I know a brother that got busted by the Fed. Big time busted by the Fed. And they came, and as they was watching him through all the years, they had threatened his wife. You understand? And they turned around and came and said, we need to talk to you. FBI, we need to talk to you about your husband. Turned around, went on, he had a big, long, goddamn, dining room table. And the feds did it with their folder, took that goddamn thing and dumped that shit, man, all them years, all the pictures, and okay, we got him over here doing this and that and this and that. Where is he now? You understand? They did the same thing. They do that. That's that threat. You understand? And I'm sure MLK got that same deal. You know what I mean? He got the same deal. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay. By that time, King had become globally famous as a symbolic leader of the American Civil Rights Movement after spearheading nonviolent demonstrations such as the year-long Montgomery bus boycott and the 1963 campaign of sit-ins and marches in Birmingham in protest over racial segregation in Alabama. Between 1957 and 1968, he traveled more than 6 million miles to give more than 2,500 speeches and take part in protests across the U.S., including the March on Washington, where he delivered his historic I Have a Dream address, in which he called for an end to racism.
Okay, stop right there. Now let's go to his pull up the one about that speech being plagiarized. You know what I mean? Martin Luther King, that damn speech, it wasn't even his. It wasn't even his own. When you go through that speech, you'll hear him quoting several different things from other sources. You know what I mean? And he act like he really wrote a whole entire speech by himself when he didn't. He took the speech from another preacher. You understand? Another goddamn pastor and turned around and came up with this I Have a Dream speech nonsense, and he plagiarized it and called it his own. Now, let's pull that real quick and show where that speech comes from. This famous speech that people was going to play and listen to and really think that we got ahead in this country. You understand? From behind Martin Luther King's actions is totally false. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay. 50 years on, what they won't tell you about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., like how he plagiarized the overly romanticized I Have a Dream speech.
And it is overly romanticized. I mean, goddamn, it was his dream of little black boys holding hands with little white girls. That's what his dream was. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where his heart was truly at. The man had been sleeping with white women his whole damn life.
Right.
Coretta was his only black woman. That was the only woman he'd ever, I didn't even say he was totally interested in the sister. He just went and got her because they advised him to be with a black woman. the civil rights leader should not be with a white girl. You understand? If you are a true man of God, you go in the Bible, no black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man is supposed to be with no white girl, no African girl, no Chinese girl, no Korean girl, no Arab girl, no Japanese girl. You understand? No Italian girl. You ain't supposed to be with none of them. If you was a true man of God, you knew the Bible. Because that's where Martin Luther King claimed he got all his nonsense from. He claimed the Lord put that on his heart. And he's a goddamn lie. I'm going to show you what the Lord said about Martin Luther King in the Bible. You understand? Go ahead, read number one.
Okay. You doubt it, right? Well, here's the proof. It's been 50 years since the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., who was shot and killed on a motel balcony in Memphis, Tennessee. He is, to this day, revered as the foremost champion of, quote, black, aka African American, civil rights, and a man of high ethical and moral standards.
And he had no morals. You understand? At all. No Christian, let me make this clear. No Christian, from Martin Luther King on down to the member that sit in the back, you don't have no morals. God gave you morals. His laws is moral. You understand? Them statutes and them judgments, them commandments, those are morals. Not you claiming that, God loved everybody. That's not a moral.
Right.
You understand? Jesus died for everybody. It's not a moral. All you got to do is pray over what you want to eat it. That's not a moral, man. You understand? You have none when you don't obey the Lord. And Martin Luther King was simply interested. His dream was the goddamn American dream. And I'm going to show you the American dream, what they claim. This is what they claim the American dream is right here. It was taken from a damn book. You understand? The American dream, it's a 1931 damn number one book bestseller, this and that. Who wrote that damn thing? I forgot the guy's name that coined that phrase in that book. What's his damn name? What's his name, Mark?
Like they coined what phrase?
I believe,
They coined what phrase?
I think it was James Adams. That's where they turned around that book. James Adams. You understand? From the book Epic of America. That's what it is. Epic of America, back in 1931, James Adams, he put in the book The American Dream. And this is what the American Dream is right here. It says the American Dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of where they were born or what class they were born into, can attain their own version of success in a society where upward mobility is possible for everyone. The American dream is achieved through sacrifice, risk-taking, and hard work rather than by chance. Okay? Now we know that that's a lie, because the white man did not work hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't take any risks. Like, you know what? I got a good idea. I'm gonna open this business, and I'm gonna see if it's gonna work, be successful, see how many people I get. In the first year, if I, double my money, I'll keep going. But if not, I'm gonna close the door. He didn't take no risk. That dude turned around and murdered everybody to get what he got. He didn't ask you, do you mind, explaining to me how you run and operate this place so I can open one?
Right.
He didn't do that. He turned around and lied to the natives and came with some paperwork and said, this is my land. They been there, grew up there, been there forever. And here you come talking about something that's yours? What? With a deed? What's a deed? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? What is this? American Mortgage Company. Who? You know what I'm saying? The hell out of here. That's what they did to the natives. And then when they didn't leave, they forced them out. Made them walk. What was it? Great Trail of Tears? Made them walk for goddamn months as they was taking them. Come on, man. They died from the weather. It was cold when they did that too. What? It was winter when they did that, man. What a cruel an evil bastard, man. To do the things that he's done to the Lord's chosen people. And then you still support him? You want the American dream? You didn't have a dream that said, you know what, I think we should stop fooling with these people.
Right.
That's what your goddamn dream should have been. If it was from the Lord, that dream would have been like that. It would have been like, hey, like what the scriptures say, is to separate from them people. That's in the Bible. That's what God said. God said to separate from the people that are oppressing you.
Right.
Not join them. Not have a dream and then make a speech and lie to millions of black people in this country saying that the dream was from God that you should turn around and join them. Give me that in Jeremiah 30. You understand? Give me that. That was not a dream from, that was not a vision from God. You understand? The Lord was not with Martin Luther King at all. Martin Luther King was a goddamn liar, like what they figured out. You know what I'm saying? They knew he was lying and full of S-H-I-T. He was a damn hypocrite. A hypocrite is a person that says one thing and does another. You so-called living by Christianity only got this one wife, and then the goddamn police catch you freaking all these white girls, these prostitutes at that eye. Well, just like normal white girl. Just say you seen a white girl at the store, and you know what I'm saying? She got a job, and she got a place to live, and you just want to freak you a white girl. No, he turned around and bought the nastiest hoes in the city. He went and got a white prostitute. Could have gave Coretta AIDS, man. Ain't no telling if he did or not.
Huh.
You understand? Ain't no goddamn telling. Nasty bastard. You gonna take a risk at infecting that black woman, knowing that you love them white whores. That's disgusting. And Martin Luther King should have been ashamed of himself. I hope that bastard is rolling over in his grave. I hope, they say, your soul gets some rest. Man, I hope he's still tossing and turning in that damn thing, knowing what he actually did to his people, man. You understand? Give me that out with a 30-30.
5.
Huh?
That's 5.
Oh, it's a 31. Where's the police?
Sloppy, which one?
Jeremiah 23, Salakia.
23.
Jeremiah 23, and started about, what is it, about 24, 23, where the Lord said, how long shall this be in the mouth of these people that prophesy lies and all that?
God.
Is it 25, 23 or 25?
It is 26.
Yeah, go get it. Salakia.
God. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 26. How long shall this be in the hearts of the prophets that prophesy lies?
The prophesy what?
That prophesy lies.
These prophets, Martin Luther King was a liar. The goddamn J. Edgar Hoover, okay, had said Martin Luther King is a liar. This man is a complete liar. Look at the stuff he's doing. He's buying prostitutes, but then he's at church preaching sermons every Sunday talking about what a God-fearing man he is. When he's, look at his, what they call it, abnormal behavior. That was disgusting, man. He turned around and as that sister got raped in the goddamn hotel room, the feds was in the next room listening. They was in the next room listening, man, and heard Martin Luther King was sitting there watching. Martin Luther King, they turned around and called the woman in to perform some sex acts. They tried to get a freak, and the sister was not going. It was like, nah. And this was one of the members, man. This was not just a black woman that worked at the hotel or walking down the street. So I ain't saying do none of them like that. But I'm just saying, that, this wasn't just no normal sister or average sister. They didn't even know. You understand? But they decided, damn, she look good. I want to freak on her. No, this was one of their members, man. What they would call a parishioner. A person that actually goes to their nasty-ass church. And this dude turned around and called this sister in and said, you finna perform some sex acts on all of us. And she said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not that type of girl. And the man began to rape her. And they got Martin Luther King, this nasty bastard, on tape laughing at his sister. This supposed to be his sister. Laughing at the fact that his old gay-ass preaching friend is raping this woman. And this ain't no accident. This ain't no the white man just against you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the white man making up lies. It was all true. It's all on tape, and you can hear it. You hear the sister screaming and begging for a goddamn body not to be taken by this damn sexual deviant, and then you'll hear Martin Luther King laughing as it's happening while he's sitting there watching. Yeah, he did have some abnormal ass behavior, just like a goddamn Christian. Every Christian has abnormal behavior. You don't even know how to behave your goddamn self. You such a freak for Jesus every Sunday. Jesus, 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 Jesus. You don't even know how to goddamn act. You know what I'm saying? Man, give me some more than that. No, finish reading scripture.
Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart.
They are prophets of the deceit of their own heart.
Right.
Martin Luther King did not teach you nothing out of the Bible. He did not have a dream or vision from God and woke up and gave you the message from the Lord. That is not what happened. Martin Luther King's dream was set on him sleeping with as many white prostitutes that he could.
Right.
That's what the dream was. That was his own heart, man. You understand? That was the lust of his own goddamn heart, not something that the Lord wanted him to do. You understand? The Lord has called for every black, Hispanic, Native Indian man to keep his laws and not to be a goddamn hypocrite. Don't be a goddamn liar. Don't turn around and say that you know the laws and you know the truth and you're a God-fearing man, but then you go around sleeping with white girls. Don't lie and say that you fear the Lord, you serve God, but then you smoke weed. You understand? You turn around and you molest children. You sleep with other men's wives. You doing all manner of evil. You don't fear the Lord at all. You are a prophet. Martin Luther King was a prophet of the deceit of his own goddamn mind. That's what your heart is.
Right.
In the Bible. This thing that's in your chest. You understand? That ain't the heart it's talking about. It's this one up here that you think with. That's your heart in the Bible, your mind. To where, you know what I'm saying, you decide on doing whatever you do. You're going to serve the Lord. See this right here in the Bible? You're going to do it? Or you're going to say, you know what? I have a dream that little white boys and black boys is going to hold hands. And little black girls and white girls is going to hold hands. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do.
Huh?
That's what Martin Luther King did. That was of his own damn deceit. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 27. Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams.
What?
By their dreams.
You forgot the Lord by following this dumbass dream. It ain't gonna never happen. This dream ain't gonna never come true. You ain't gonna never catch yourself sitting at the table with white people. Man, what was that video? It was the name of the video where they had all the white people sitting around the table talking about capitalism, wasn't it what it was? And they had the servants was under the goddamn table. What was that, capitalism? What was that video that they had? I can't remember what that was, but they got all the white people being treated. They got the servants, they got some coming and they're putting they fork and their knife down and they giving them their drink and they serving them with fine china. They eating fine food, but then they had the black people. They had a couple of them up under the goddamn table. You understand? Hoping to get some of the crumbs so they can eat. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna never sit at the table with white people, man, and enjoy your goddamn self. Whose idea was that? You understand? It was Martin Luther King's, and guess what? It ain't gonna never come true. Keep reading, Doc.
Okay. Which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
Did you skip something? Where I say I have dreamed? That's in there.
Verse 28.
Go ahead, give it to me.
The prophet that hath dreamed, that's like it. The prophet that hath dreamed.
The prophet that had the dream. Martin Luther King claimed that he was a prophet. Guess what? This is the Lord right here. He's a true prophet. You understand? And he could have prophesied about Martin Luther King right now in the Bible. The prophet that say he had a dream. Keep going.
Let him tell a dream, and he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully.
Now, Commander Junior Hunter keeps the word faithfully, and he teaches all of us to do so. Martin Luther King is the one that sold you a goddamn dream, sold you out of your businesses, sold you out of your communities and your homes, sold you out of every goddamn thing that we did have at that time. That's what he did. Keep going.
Okay. What is the chaff to the wheat?
No, you missing something.
I got what you.
Did
Verse 32. Behold, I am against them that prophesy that prophesy false dreams, saith the Lord. And do tell them.
Read it again. I don't think the people heard you. I don't think the Christians that's getting set tomorrow to celebrate Martin Luther King, I don't think they heard it. Say it again.
Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams.
I am against them, and a dream is a dream, man. You understand? I ain't woke up from now dream and hope it came true. It's a dream. And there's several different things that could cause a dream to happen.
Huh.
You could turn around, you could eat too much, you could drink too much. You understand? And I'm talking about you drink too much liquor. I ain't talking about just no juice. You could drink too much goddamn liquor.
Right.
Matter of fact, I done had a lot to drink, and in my dream, I was dreaming and I was using the bathroom. You know why? Because I had to actually go. You understand? The dream woke me. I was like, damn, I'm in the bathroom, handling my business, right? But then I'm sitting there sleeping in the dream, and I'm why I gotta pee? And then, I jumped right up and had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You understand? It ain't nothing for me to goddamn prophesy and take to the generals and say, hey, I had a dream I was in the bathroom and I woke up and I had to go to the bathroom. That ain't no goddamn revelation.
Right.
You understand? That's just a goddamn dream, man. It just so happened that I had to go to the bathroom at the same time. Like, we don't believe in magic and identification.
Yeah, right.
You understand? And the Lord doesn't either. And the Lord does not, he's not with no dreams. And Martin Luther King turned around and said that he had a goddamn dream. And he said that he went to the mountaintop and the hill and the valley. He done been everywhere. He done seen the glory. You understand? What else he said in that speech? The promised land and all that nonsense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He claimed, he tried to push that off as if the Lord certified that mess, man. When in the Bible right here, the Lord is saying he's against Martin Luther King and his goddamn dream. So why in the hell are you still hoping that this man's dream don't come true when the Lord said dreams don't come true, man? Read it again.
Okay. Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams,
Go ahead.
said the Lord, and do tell them.
And do what?
And do tell them.
And do tell them. He woke up from a dream and went and told everybody else the goddamn dream. And guess what? People followed it. And guess what? People perished behind it. Keep going.
And cause my people to err.
Cause them to err, meaning to make a goddamn mistake, man. We done made another mistake trusting these people. When our thing is, when there's somebody that you know you can't trust, you're supposed to leave alone. Not keep giving them a chance. Well, you know, people can change, right? You know, especially when it comes to them now.
Right.
I ain't saying don't give your brother or your sister that ask you for forgiveness and a chance. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that you have to take them back in or let them. Say for instance, if somebody stole something from you, you don't have to let them back in your house because they stole from you. They ask you for forgiveness, but you are required to forgive that brother or that sister. You're required to at least forgive them. Don't punch them in their mouth because they stole from you. Forgive them, and you keep your distance. There, I love you, cuz, but you can't come over my house no more. You know, I heard you, cuz, I forgive you, but you can't come over no more. And that's fine. You just didn't punch him and break his jaw or beat him upside his head with a bat because he stole from you. You forgave him and you move forward. It's okay to forgive your brothers and your sisters if they do you wrong. That's in the Bible. But these people right here, we ain't supposed to be forgiving them for nothing. The Lord said to never forget. The Lord said, do not forget the horrible things that you went through at the hands of these people. All the sufferings from slavery, then after you so-called free from slavery. And then right now in 2021, we're still going through the same old things at the hands of the same old people. Why? Because you won't listen to the Lord. You rather listen to Martin Luther King and his dumb-ass dream. Keep reading.
And cause my people to err by their lies.
Did you cause black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people to err all according to your lying-ass dream, man?
Yeah.
You understand? That's what happened. Martin Luther King got what he deserved to have his brains blowed out at that goddamn hotel that he was just freaking some white girl at. A white prostitute, I'm sorry. Not just an average, white girl. But a white prostitute. Keep going. Was that it? Go ahead, keep going.
And by their likeness, yet I sent them not.
I did what?
I sent them not.
I did what?
I sent them not.
The Lord was not with Martin Luther King Jr.
Right.
He did not send Martin Luther King Jr. He sent Commander General Yohana.
Damn right.
You understand? He sent him to teach you the truth, man. Because only in here is where you learn the truth at. Is where the scripture says to never to trust thine enemy.
Right.
It tells you in Deuteronomy that your enemy is going to be the people that's going to buy you off of those auction blocks. That's going to be whipping your backs and selling your children and raping your women. Those are the people that's going to be your enemies. They're your enemy. And we are not supposed to trust them. Martin Luther King had a dream that we was going to all get into bed with like he was. That's what the dream was. The Lord said, I sent him not. Keep going. What did it?
Go
ahead.
Nor commanded them.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, they shall not profit this people at all.
Oh my God.
Saith the Lord.
Did you hear that? 50 years later, I got a video where it says the dream still unfulfilled. Martin Luther King profited us not, man. But I see the fruit in the ISUPK.
Damn right.
I see the change that it's making in brothers and sisters' lives in the UPK. I see that. And this is real. You understand? And guess what? Wasn't no big speech done about it. Guess what I saw the brothers doing? Teaching the truth, man. I saw them on the corners teaching the truth. And I said, God damn, wait a minute. Where have I been? You understand? I started waking up. You know how you wake up where you rub your eyes and do all this hearing. Boy, I started hearing that truth. I started waking up then. You understand? I had to go get my favorite little cup of hot chocolate. You know I like some hot chocolate. You feel me? I had to go get my favorite cup of hot chocolate out and wake up the rest of the way. You understand? And get my ass in class and learn the truth. That's what I did.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Man, the Lord did not send Martin Luther King Jr. He ain't command him and tell him to tell you that lying ass dream. And then guess what? He turned around and said that the stuff that he's doing and you're following is not going to profit you at all. And then guess what? Martin Luther King even realized that too. Martin Luther King said himself, I feel that I'm leading my people into a burning house. Now, why would you do that? Martin Luther King Jr., Martin Luther King's kids, they still out there making speeches, right? The granddaughter, the damn daughter, the sons, and everybody affiliated with him. They still out there teaching that non-violence mumbo jumbo too. Man, skip the got something you want to bring up? Okay, skip to Ghandi, man.
Okay.
And show you that Martin Luther King Jr. was a big bitch compared to Ghandi, man. You understand? Ghandi wasn't as soft as the hell you think he was. Let's read up. Should be the top.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Between cowardice and violence.
Okay, this is the writings of Mahatma Ghandi. You understand? And this is one of the parts of this. You can go to this website. You understand? It's mkgandhi.org. And this is the stuff that he actually wrote and said himself. Okay? And between cowardice and violence, between you, a man being a goddamn coward and being weak and soft, you understand? And then on the other hand, violence, right? Being aggressive, you understand? Of fighting and killing. Let's see what he had to say about this.
I would risk violence.
I would do what?
I would.
Wait. What? Wait. Martin Luther King went and studied Ghandi and his non-violent movement, right? Martin Luther King said that like Ghandi, right? He said, and Martin Luther King got questioned in an interview. And he still switched it and made it all soft and as weak, like a Christian would, man. Like a preacher would. He turned around, no, I don't think that's what he meant. I hear you don't think that's what he meant when that's what he said. And this was in an interview, man. You can look this stuff up. Ain't nothing that UPK making up just to bash Martin Luther King. You understand? This is to shed the goddamn light on this damn hypocrite. Okay? Ghandi said what?
I would risk violence 1,000 times rather than risk the emasculation of a whole race.
Martin Luther King was a bitch.
Right.
He wasn't no bitch, man. Ghandi said, guess what? I go through what I gotta go through rather than me and my people get emasculated and be soft by anybody, goddamn body. The whole race suffer and be soft. Black men, the strongest goddamn thing walking the streets. And here we is, we in the church with a tambourine. Sugar, 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 sugar. Men go to pick up that goddamn thing when they go to church. You hear me out? I done seen them race to the damn thing. Sugar, 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 sugar. Sugar, 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 sugar. And a bunch of them goddamn preachers got a whole bunch of sugar, 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 sugar in their goddamn tank too. Ghandi wasn't no goddamn coward, man, like what you think. He was a little squirmy little bastard. You know, skinny, like one of them Africans that you see their rib cage. He was hella skeet, you understand? I don't think he'll bust a grape. But in his mind, he wasn't no bitch.
Right.
You understand? He wasn't as soft as Martin Luther King portrayed Ghandi to be. He did have a non-violent. Ghandi did a lot of stuff. Ghandi had the don't eat movement. How long did Ghandi didn't eat? What did that?
Weeks.
It was weeks. I forgot how long Ghandi did the non-violent movement, the don't eat movement, the don't talk movement, the don't walk movement. Ghandi did all kind of stuff, man. You understand? Ghandi was more so proving his point, saying that he ain't gonna stop until he get what he want. You understand? Martin Luther King taught you how to be a coward, man. Keep reading, now.
Coward. I do not believe.
Read that again.
I do believe.
Read what they say.
Okay.
Read the title of that.
Violence, the choice.
The who?
The choice.
Read it again.
Violence, the choice.
Violence, the choice. Go ahead. You read.
I do believe that where there is only a choice between cowardice and violence, I would advise violence.
Wait a minute, he would do what?
I would advise violence.
No. Gandhi was non-violent. Gandhi said he'll do what?
I would advise violence.
Gandhi said, fuck that, we fighting.
Right.
That's what Gandhi said, man. You understand? Gandhi take that little punk ass robe he had on and he'll swear up in your goddamn face. That's what Gandhi would do.
Right.
But Martin Luther King, when he was asked this similar question, when he was asked the same thing about Gandhi saying that, hey, when there's a choice for being violent or a coward, I'd rather go to war. And guess what Martin Luther King did? He bucked down like a little bitch and said, well, that's what I don't think that's what he said. See, I believe non-violence is the best approach. That's what Martin Luther King said. When Gandhi said, what? Read that again. Come on, man. You understand? Come on.
Where there's only a choice.
When there's only a choice. These are your only two options. Right? And one is what?
Cowardice.
Cowardice, being a coward, being weak, being soft, being a preacher, being like Martin Luther King. And
violence.
And violence, right? The non-violence movement. Gandhi said he'll do what?
I would advise violence.
He said, I would advise violence, man. Gandhi loved his people. And Gandhi was about that life. You understand? He wasn't as soft as you think he was because you saw him, you know what I'm saying, when he was doing the nonviolent thing. That's what they put out there. That was to turn around and get you in your head so that you wouldn't fight back. So that you thought other people was on that same page as you, was your preacher telling you to get dog sick on you, get bumped upside your head, get, you know what I'm saying, threatened, spit on, rock stone there, and you just keep on watching and singing, we shall overcome. That's what he wants you to do. Same way you're doing today is Black Lives Matter, hands up, don't shoot. That's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You're doing the same goddamn soft-ass thing. When this man wasn't all about no nonviolence, he did several different movements. He did several different things. And they did highlight his non-violence approach when he was just walking around and sitting down in the streets. You understand? When they did interview him a couple of times and he asked him about his non-violent march. Yeah, he did have one. But he did several things. But him being a coward was not top priority. That was not top on his list like it was for your preacher, Martin Luther King. That was on his list. That's on all the preachers' list. All of them are cowards, man. All of them is soft. All of them is weak. All of them is a bunch of bitches. Just like Martin Luther King. That's what they take after. That's what they all take after. You understand? Keep reading now.
Okay. I would rather have India resort to arms in order.
He said he what? He would rather India do what?
Resort to arms.
No. Walk around the streets.
Resort to arms.
Sing and hold your hands up and say don't shoot.
Resort to arms.
He said I have them resort to arms. Keep going.
In order to defend her honor.
In order to defend her honor, man. Martin Luther King ain't had no goddamn honor. Martin Luther King was a sissy, man. Gandhi was not. Like I said, he didn't take after Gandhi. He didn't go over to India and research Ghandi in the entirety. He just went over there to find out how to get busted upside the head, sprayed down with a hose, then you keep marching. That's what he did. That's what he did. Gandhi said, I'd rather we pick up some guns and go to war and get busy. You understand? To uphold India's honor, man. Keep reading.
That's a lot.
Go ahead.
But I mean that's the tradition of the so-called black pastor though. Mm-hmm. Is to take whatever they read and to make it as soft as they possibly can. Yeah. Like, absolutely. Like we read right here. Ghandi wasn't about that. They did the same thing to Ghandi and what he said as they did to Yahushua.
Come on, man.
Like, oh, you found it 2 times. He talked about being at peace, and left out the Most High's man of war. Left out if you ain't got a sword, sell your clothes and get you one. Like you left all that off. You left out Yahushua as an austere man. That's all gone. You just give the maker the soft version, the smiling, the gay version.
Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, sugar, with a tambourine.
God, like this is the exact same vein as everything else that has come out of the so-called Black Christian church since it's been established in America.
Exactly. Nobody thinks like your preacher, man.
God.
Nobody. No white man, no African man, no Chinese man, no Indian man. You hear Ghandi right here. This is Gandhi's words himself. This is Ghandi right here. Ghandi was about as big as a worm. You understand? Ghandi couldn't bust a grape, but he wasn't soft.
God.
Ghandi wasn't laying down in the middle of the street doing a die-in. You understand? Ghandi wasn't walking around letting you club him upside his head. That wasn't happening. You understand? That was not happening. Ghandi said, damn that. If we have to go to war, we will. Keep going.
Count on God. Then that she should, in a cowardly manner, become or remain a helpless witness to her own dishonor.
Are you understanding what this man said? And that's what the hell Martin Luther King made us, man. So a goddamn helpless witness to our own dishonor, man.
Right.
Like we can't do nothing to help ourselves now. We can't fix ourselves now. We can't save ourselves from nothing that's going on. Why? Because you took what you call it out, the gay route, man. You took the gay route. You understand? You took the preacher's route. Instead of following Commander Junior Honda that follows Christ, that follows the Most High. You understand? Which is about being a man of goddamn war. You understand? That's what the Most High chose us to be, men of war. That's why back in the day, we were soldiers. Christ said in the scripture, endure hardness as a good soldier for Christ. Christ ain't pick no goddamn Christian preachers.
Right.
He ain't pick nobody in no choir, bamming no tambourine, talking about some sugar. Christ picked soldiers. Why you think you ain't in the ISUPK? Because you soft. Capital S-O-F-T. Soft. Just like Martin Luther King Jr., man. Like I said, Ghandi was a G compared to Martin Luther King, man. It's goddamn shame. Damn shame, man. Here you is teaching this nonsense to black people. You understand? Letting them get their goddamn head busted and all of that. That's why a lot of people left that movement, man. Because they was tired of getting beat on, man. Niggas been getting beat on and abused since we've been here, Martin Luther King Jr. And the followers and the people that still teaching that same nonviolence. You know, they still teaching that mess today? They still teaching the same nonviolence. They still want you to be a coward. When nobody else is teaching their people to be a coward. Kim Jong-un just said in an article, I think now it's time for us to bring the U.S. to its knees. We tired of its aggression. That's what they said. They ain't saying bow down and, you know what I'm saying, and just take whatever they give you. You know what I'm saying? Kim Jong-un ain't playing that. He talking about going to war. That's what he talking about doing. Everybody else in the goddamn planet Earth is ready for war except blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You ready to go to goddamn church. You probably just got your soft ass out of church. Instead of you being in class, learning how to be a goddamn man, number one. And being a soldier for Christ. No, you'd rather be a Christian. Go ahead.
I was just wondering, can I read this other quote?
Go ahead, keep reading.
This is from the section, No Cowardice.
This is the article?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I want both the Hindus and Muslims to cultivate the cool courage to die without killing. But if one has not that courage, I want him to cultivate the art of killing and being killed rather than, in a cowardly manner, flee from danger. For the latter, in spite of his flight, does commit mental himsa. He flees because he has not the courage to be killed in the act of killing.
You understand that? Ghandi wasn't no bitch. At all. Ghandi was not soft, man. You understand? These are the words of Ghandi himself.
Right.
Take this to your preacher. Take this to your pastor and ask him, preacher, why are you such a B-I-C-T-H, and in that order. Yeah, I know what I'm getting at from.
God.
What was that, Mama D?
I think so.
Mama D off one of them love and hip hop shows. She spelled it wrong, but we got the point. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
B-I-C-T-H, and in that order. You understand me? Straight up. Well, ask your pastor, why are you such a B-I-C-T-H pastor, deacon, reverend? You understand? Apostle, what else they calling themselves? Come on, man, that's sick ass nonsense. And guess what? I'm gonna show you what the Bible says. We ain't gotta listen to Ghandi. What Ghandi has to say about it, all we gotta do is listen to the Lord. And this is the Bible. Let me give you the scripture real quick.
Okay.
Give me in the pop. First Maccabees 2 and is it 2 and 29? It might not be 2 or 29. Hold on one second. 3 and 21.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 21.
In fact, start at 19.
Okay.
Hold on. I might want to use more. Hold on. Give me start at 18. Cause this is when Judas Maccabee and the brothers that rolled with him. At this time, guess what? We've always dealt with like Christian preachers. People that were cowards, you know what I'm saying, of our people that was scared. These brothers turned around, not Judas Maccabee, but the preachers at that time turned around and said, we're not going to fight on the Sabbath day. No, we're not going to do that. You understand? We're going to Yeshiva and Yehuda on the Sabbath day. That's what they said. And then they turned around, all of them got killed. Judas Maccabee rounded up some brothers that was some gangsters. And they said, man, I'm rolling with you. I ain't with dying at no day. They said, I ain't with dying no day. You understand? So them brothers rounded up and they fought. And this is what what Judas had to say. Go ahead, read.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 18. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
Now it's not hard for a whole lot of people to get shut up, to get taken down. You understand? In this war, in this battle, by the hands of a few. The Lord has done it several times. You understand? It's in the Bible. It's been recorded. It's a history book. The Bible is a history book, not a book of shovel, and sow a seed and you'll get money. You understand? It's not that. This ain't that. All right, it's a history book, man. And our history, over 6,000 years of records is right here in this Bible. And the Lord has always handled his business with just a few brothers with a 1,000. You understand?
Yeah, right.
Go ahead, I'll keep reading.
And with the God of heaven, it is all one.
It is all one. It's like, hey, it don't matter. You understand? A few brothers, a whole bunch of brothers, and look, he can handle his business. He ain't got no problem. You understand? Keep going.
To deliver with a great multitude or a small company.
Man, look, with the Lord, he can handle this. You understand me? Don't even trip off that. What Judas is saying, all we got to do is trust in the Most High. You understand? Don't be a goddamn coward. Don't do like them other brothers. Don't do like Martin Luther King Jr. and just be willing to die. You understand? Because you're scared. You understand? They wasn't willing to die like in the right fashion, where they saying that we're gonna stand up for ourselves. They was willing to be a coward. Cowards die. You understand? In the mind of a criminal, if a person is begging and pleading with their life, they got a better chance at fighting the goddamn criminal, the culprit, the person that's victimizing them. You understand? Or doing whatever to them. They got a better shot at getting away if they fight, and you can look that up. But when you beg, oh please, Please don't kill me. I got a family. This they turn around, boop, 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 blow your goddamn brains out because you are a coward. The white man don't accept no coward. That's why they killed Martin Luther King. You understand? That's why they blew his damn brains out. Coming out that hotel room with that old sleazy white slut and turned around and blew his brains out. Everybody knew what was going on. The police going in one direction. They was doing it on purpose because they knew it was his time to go. And the people, they point, no, he that way. Get him, y'all, he that way. The police was going that way. They knew what the hell they was doing, man. They knew exactly what they was doing. It was time for that bastard to go. You understand? Look at what he did to the most beautiful people on the planet Earth. To turn around, and this people needs to be protected by somebody. And guess what? Commander General Hunter vowed to do so. This people needs to be led properly. You understand? Needs righteous rulership. Commander General Hunter vowed to do so. And the rest of us vow right behind him, man. You understand? The generals, the captains, the officers, even the goddamn troopers and the sisters in the school.
That's
right behind the general, man. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 19. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven.
Now, that's where our strength and our power comes from. It comes from heaven. It comes from the Lord.
Right.
You understand? Not just because you are, the general or the corporal, you know what I'm saying, of whatever military force that you own. You understand? It's because, guess what? You better have the Lord with you. And you see that those Christian preachers, those fake Israelites that vowed to Yehuda and Yeshiva on the Sabbath day versus fight for their lives so that they could Yeshiva and Yehuda another day.
Right.
You understand? No, they died. They got killed. All of them got killed, man. All them Christians got killed in their temple because they wouldn't fight, because they were cowards. Ghandi ain't say do this. You understand? And guess what? Neither did Judas Maccabee. He ain't say do that. He ain't say be no coward. Keep reading up.
Verse 20. They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and to spoil us.
Guess what, man? This is their goal. This is the things that's on their mind. To come up against us to destroy us completely. Not just the men, but our women too, and our children. That's the white man. That's what he's been doing.
Damn right.
You understand? He's been killing us all. Young, old, in between. Abortions, child support, crack, heroin, weed. You understand? Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year, 4th of July, Valentine's Day. You know how many brothers get killed on Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day, the day of love. Brothers and sisters is fighting and arguing because they didn't get a teddy bear or some chocolate. Disgusting, man. They come to destroy us all. Keep reading.
Verse 21. But we fight for our lives and our laws.
We do what?
We fight for our lives and our laws.
You ain't got to listen to Ghandi. You ain't got to go look that article up and listen to Ghandi and get strength. All you got to do is listen to your God. Send your Bible that you. I know you got it. I know you got a Bible at home. You understand? Every Christian I run into, I turn around, you got a Bible, right? Yeah. King James Version? Yeah. Okay, it's in there. It's in there. And where it said what? What did the Lord say?
But we fight for our lives and our laws.
Man, we fight for our lives and our laws. And you only find that in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana.
Right.
And with that, do not celebrate Martin Luther King Day of no way. You understand? If you want to barbecue, just barbecue because you're cooking. You understand? You want to cook a meal, just cook because you're hungry. But don't celebrate Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King was a goddamn coward, man.
Yeah, right.
You understand? Martin Luther King was a coward. Your preacher is a coward. The members are cowards, man. But if you want to be a soldier, you make your way to the ISUPK.
That's right.
You understand? And with that, Shalom Israel.